Okay, hello everyone. Hi, welcome to this episode of Wild Conversations that we're having. And we are very excited to be having our very first conversation overseas. And there's nowhere else we'd rather be than in Kenya and in the Masai Mara. So thank you to those who are dialing in from Singapore. I know it's dinner time, so I hope you have your dinner plates in front of you. And from Brisbane as well. Hi, Ashley. And everyone else anywhere in the world. Hi. So today I'm Daphne. We have Ian from the Roving Studio who will be joining us today and will be co-emceeing this episode with me. And we have Dileep and Remya here with us. Hello. So before we start with the introductions, let me thank Ocerosopia, the beautiful place that we are at. Hopefully we'll upload some of our social media stuff and you can follow us and take a look at the surroundings. It's amazing. And I'd like to thank our tech crew. So we have Kelly behind the camera. Hi, Kelly. Hi. And thank you, Wei Yang, for helping us from Singapore. I know you're listening in. Thank you so much for always being our tech crew. And also to our other tech crew who's right here, Ian, as well.
Okay, thank you.
So what is...
Try my best.
Yeah. So what is Wild Conversations, right? So Wild Conversations, like we always say, it's a casual conversation that we have over food and drink. So it's very casual, and we will always invite a speaker in the field of sustainability, nature, conservation, wildlife on board and to talk about their topic of interest. And what we hope that this will become is that it will become a channel where people can share ideas and to also contribute to make our planet a better place and see what we can do together. So while Wild Conversations is free, we hope for the impact to go off and beyond the conversation itself. And we typically collect a contribution for an organization of choice, of our speaker's choice actually, and it is to Empower Girls. And Empower Girls is an initiative by Rhino Lovers, an NGO founded by both Dileep and Remya, and basically to improve the education of the girls around here. So if you enjoyed this series of Wild Conversations as well, you can also make a contribution to us. We will be sending the links in the chat. So thank you so much to those who have donated. Okay, let's start by introducing the topic for today. So today we will be talking about how an eco-friendly campsite can sustain the ecosystem and also support conservation altogether, especially in a place like the Masai Mara where it's endless and the wildlife is really abundant. So a little bit more about our speakers for today. Dileep is a senior conservationist and an ace wildlife photographer with many accolades under his belt. His passion for photography has blossomed over 2 decades, and he spent nearly a decade exploring the different flora and fauna in the Middle East, India, remote parts of Africa and Papua, and also supporting conservation measures. Dileep was also pivotal in helping to set up the Reem UNESCO Man and Biosphere, first of its kind in the region in the state of Qatar. He has also published 2 conservation coffee table books, right? Yeah. Environment and Wildlife of Halu Island. You can tell us more about that later. And also Celebrating Biodiversity in Qatar, Irkaya. Yeah, and Remya is a passionate conservationist, and she has also the co-founder of Ocerosopia and also of Rhino Lovers, and she also helped to start the Empower Girls program here as well. And as well, she is also an award-winning photographer. She's just been awarded Africa Geographic Photographer for the year 2023. Congratulations!
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, so okay, let me stop talking now and maybe we can have Remya and Dileep give us an introduction of maybe how you started, how you got here, and what brought you here. Yeah, we can start with Dileep.
I'm an explorer, photographer, conservationist more than I'm an explorer. And I used to explore different part of the planet Earth to an extent. And why I decided to set it down here, felt like sitting down here. It is one of the unique places on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And secondly, you feel that connection which you can find elsewhere in the world. Then later I could, realize that this is the this is where we all originated from. Our journey started from here 50, 60, 70,000 years ago. And we lived, our gene lived maybe most of the millions of years in this part of the world. And when you can feel it once you come down here, that reconnection. And that's probably the one of the reason was pulled me to come down and do something here. Why I said do something here, the natural heritage and cultural heritage. Natural heritage you found here something unparalleled in the world. And this is conserved by basically Masai community, Masai tribes. They are one of the greatest tribes on the planet Earth. And their ancestors, their way of lifestyle helped to sustain this abundance of wildlife here, because they don't poach wild animals, they don't eat wild meat, they consider it as a taboo eating wild meat. Then even don't eat fish because they treat them as a wild, and they don't do farming in forest area land. They strictly don't do that to avoid conflict with animals. Even though Masai warriors, they're bravest warriors, one person can go and spear an elephant or lion, any animal if they wanted to, but they don't want to do that one. So it's a big lesson also. Also, what it reminds all of us, the natural heritage found here, let it be from the rhinos to lions to elephant, all for the and they belong to the humanity or the human race. And they are the custodians, and they need capacity building support to sustain it for our future generations. So we all got equal responsibility to do something to conserve them, protect them. And every visitor coming here, one way or other way, it's indirectly supported, because the number one rule in the conservation in developing countries, underdeveloped countries, is that without local community economically benefiting, you cannot sustain conservation. You cannot talk about conservation to a starving soul. You can't do that. So whatever, when we set up something here, we can give employment to the many people. We can support local community. There's like education, then other means. That's one way. Then it can go a long way. So
Yeah.
this was one of the reasons we
Why you
decided to
decided.
start. This is like a base for our conservation and other activities.
Yeah, absolutely.
And without knowing or helping out the society, I mean the our neighbors and the community here, we cannot talk about conservation, because unless their stomachs are full or they are content enough, we can't do any kind of conservation works. So that's how we even started with the girl education also, because most of here, I mean the girls, there are a lot of kids. I mean, in each family there will be a
Yeah.
lot of kids. So
How many kids are there usually in, like, say, one family?
see, a Masai can have, can have
Half a
a
dozen.
number of wives. So yeah,
Ah.
I mean, nearby we have a village where he has around 12, 13 wives or something. Yeah. So it's like it's for them. It is taking care of the female counterpart and the kids. So the thing is, as I mean, most of the places, even in India, we have these issues of female girl child not getting proper education and all that. It's all changing, but still, there are still happenings like you don't. If given a boy and a girl child, it could be a boy child who goes to school.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what we thought of.
Mm.
Helping them in those educational levels and all that.
Yeah.
So this is, as Dileep mentioned, it's a base for us for
Yeah.
conservation works and all that.
Fantastic.
And yeah, I mean, if once you visit Africa, I don't think you feel like going back.
Yes, it's very true. That's how I find myself back here again and again and again.
It's like once the African bug is bitten,
Yeah.
you're like, you fall in love with the sunrise and sunsets.
You understand where you originally come from, where you belong to. Not your conscious mind, often it's subconscious mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I won't ask any more questions for now. I'll let Ian ask a question.
Oh, it's
that
my
he has,
show.
he has many questions that he said he wanted to ask. Go for it.
Yeah, let's see, where shall we begin? I think mainly what you guys do is how does conservation of natural heritage go hand in hand with the community over here. Meaning, like, how do you work with the Maasai, and how do the Maasai people in turn, contribute to preserving the natural heritage? Yeah.
See, the first point I mentioned, if local community is economically benefiting, okay, then there is a longing cry for everyone to sustain it, because human are intelligent. They know you sustain this is good for future generation. They don't have to have looking for a job somewhere, travel elsewhere, finding for job and food, and they don't have to do that one. They can self-sustain it. So once you start, when you are able to bring, nature lovers to explore nature, and we work as a jointly as a team, that we use Masai guides, Masai staff, and the community. Every person coming here, there is a bed night fee, land usage is going to the community different ways, one way or the way. So all this means, it is economically supporting them. So, for example, if you have some place in your place wherever you're living, and if there is something for the rich nature heritage there, but if nobody visiting it, not economically benefiting for the local community, if any corporate entity wanted to come, then take that land for their plans or anything destruction. Nobody gonna say anything, because it doesn't mean anything to them in economically or living, but it is supporting 10,000 families, 50,000 or 100,000 families there. They're going to raise voice against it. Now, if we don't, nobody come here, nobody does anything here, I'm sure this will become a golf course, some factories and mining area. All this happen. So that's why I said initially, each time you travel to any eco sport, okay, you are indirectly supporting the conserving that ecosystem, whatever it is.
I think, like, we briefly also touched about how tourism is an important force in creating value for the land that we have here, right? I think in your answer, you kind of suggested that. I think this is also why your camp is also largely
Eco-friendly, yeah,
eco-friendly
okay.
for
Yeah,
tourism.
ecotourism, okay. Carbon footprints, we talk about it,
Yes.
and that is something inevitable. It's a fact. Once you're born, it's not your choice, you're born, it's natural selection. You're born, your carbon footprint starts, and it's inevitable. Then the question comes, how much we can do to mitigate it, okay, or reduce it. So that means just being responsible. So we now today, I happen to read about the UN declaration that global warming is over as a happy news. Now it is global boiling. What is it? Boiling started. So we passed the warming stage. So everyone wanted to exercise some responsibility towards it, but hardly you get an opportunity. So that's why many companies start up products, bringing eco-friendly products. They're using eco-friendly materials, and in more eco-friendly may produced. So many people decide to buy it to reduce their carbon footprint also. And when it comes to traveling, exploring, this is one of the requirement of any human being, because we used to be nomadic. It is there in our gene. We have to travel, explore, gain knowledge, okay, and pass on to the others. So of course, when you travel, there is a carbon footprint inevitable, but people many asking for looking for an opportunity to reduce the carbon footprint. So that's what an eco-friendly camp, as we trying to support. So here you can find we have a lot of facilities here, but every electricity is used here from the solar energy. We have power line going nearby, but we didn't take electricity from the system. We have solar completely running on solar power. Even for the heating water, for the shower, we are using solar water heaters. And we had taken further steps, because when we eat, there is a carbon footprint. We have to burn, fossil gas to cook it. So we shifted that to the solar cooking. So we have solar power for cooking. We just run microwave and what is it? Induction cookers we use for cooking the food. So when you eat here, you will minimize your carbon footprint. Second, we started farming in a controlled way for the essential vegetables, to give fresh vegetables and reduce carbon footprint from that. So that side. And also, further, we are doing actually for every guest coming here, we are planting 5 trees, on their behalf. So how far we don't know, but we are trying our best, because our food carbon footprint is connected with 15 trees in a year. That's what it is. So we're trying actually one third of taking it off. So it's a humble attempt, and I'm sure with all support we are getting, we can take it further, and we are looking forward to it.
Yeah, I see. It is. It's like we cannot do a big, in a big scale, large scale. If every person tries to do a small part, I think every drop counts. So doing a small part, I think we are. Wow, this is a 40 acres land. So even planting more trees in here and reducing the carbon footprint and all that, it's just a small initiative from our side. I mean, whatever we can do from with our given all the capacity with which we have. So, and see, this is the, I would say, I don't know if we are past the need hour, but I really feel that we are passing that. So even each animal, if you see, it's like, I think even Dileep had mentioned before, like if we don't know our neighbors, who they are, we may not know them, we may not try to help them if they are needed. If something happens to them, we don't really bother, we are not even troubled with them. Yeah, it's the same way. If we don't know our animals around by name, and by seeing it, we are not bothered about, say suppose the dinosaurs go extinct, and like we are not seeing them, okay, it's okay, we are not cared about them. But yeah, if we have, see, I think more, if we see now in a modern society, if we have a dog or a cat in our house, okay, we are more concerned about that, because it's we have that connect. But people are starting to lose the connect with the wildlife, with the wild animals and all that. So once that connect is built, okay, so then we start caring more about them, then we know what we can do for them. Okay, so that's our small initiative that we are planning to do. So here, this camp, as we say, it's more of education based also. So we just, it's not about exploration. You can you get yourself educated. We are planning for, I mean, we look forward to the youth, the new generation coming up. So they are the next superheroes and heroines, I would say. So once they start to get to know and all that, the animals and all that, so then they tend to know, okay, why are we doing something, can we do this, can we do that, so see, one of the reason I'm here, I think, when my son was around 2 or 3 years. So I mean, you know that I love animals. So most of the toys which I buy for him would be animals. So so he, one day he asked me, looking at the rhino, the plastic rhino, will I be able to see a rhino out in the wild, or with just the plastic toy? Or so yeah, it was a great question. I was like shocked for what do I answer to him. I said, yeah, you would be. Yeah, since then I think I moved to all this and all that. So yeah, so once the kids kind of start knowing about what animals are around, not just animals, even the plants, butterflies, insects, everything, whatever is there in your backyard or nearby. Even Singapore, I know, I've been in Singapore for 8 years, so I know what you find there. But yeah, it's amazing. It's a small place, but you find a lot of animals, a lot of habitat there. So even that, so I that makes a big difference. So during COVID, I think, when I was there, most of the parents were my friends. Okay, so their kids were bored, they would tell me that they're bored, they're just always on the laptop and iPad and things like that. What do we do? So it will take them for a walk outside, for the nature parks, and most of them don't know that we have nature parks in Singapore. So I said, where? I said, okay, I'm going every day. You can come with me. The kids can join with me. And then they started learning about the birds there, the habitat, the mud skippers, the snakes, the owls, and everything. So then the parents got, too much excited. Okay, even we want to come and see what it is. And there are a lot of people after the COVID who kind of, they were staying there for maybe 15 years or so. They have no idea there are nature parks there.
Right behind the door.
Just there, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's all, that you don't know about what is around you. So once you start knowing, and, then they understand, okay, we need to do something about it. Like even Dilip mentioned, there's about the nature deficit syndrome with the kids.
Yeah, the important thing. uh, we are not giving our kids an opportunity to get connected with the nature. So they are forced to grow up completely detached from nature. And without nature interaction connection, they're gonna suffer in all the way through. Their even EQ gonna drop very badly. So IQ, and their all the social skills, and their mental physical health overall. So the moment you start interacting with the nature, even looking at the nature landscape, your glands start producing hormones which you calm you down, which your pressure drops. A lot of biological change start happen. And you imagine when you travel out to a wild spot or jungle, it does a lot of magics to you. In one of the studies done in Japan, way back, in 24 hours, the finding was that your immunity goes double. Okay, forget about the biological changes, good changes happening to you, because the trees produce phytoncide disinfectant which you inhale. This is one scenario I'm talking about. So even now, the new scientific findings suggest that we are cavemen by heart and soul. So whatever cavemen used to enjoy, experience is what we needed to find calmness and happiness in the life. So money, all the material things, whatever we have, it can never give you that. So that's why exploring nature, reconnect with the nature, and sustaining it for us and for generations to come, because if they want to have a better life, it is inevitable. So that's what an eco-friendly camp got another big role to play. So here, now I've been looking at it in the session. Actually, we have butterfly garden. We set it up like 3-4 months ago, and a lot of butterfly flying around. I used to have a dream, seeing a butterfly garden like 15 years. I didn't know such thing existed, and now we have one here. So you can see a lot of, at least a dozen butterflies at a time. You can see. Then
We will show everyone the butterfly garden right after this, I promise you.
Then we have a bird hide where you get to see a lot of hidden treasures of Mara. It's in the riverine forest, so you can see all riverine birds there. Amazing birds come there. So those coming to experience the best of nature, you come and spend 1 hour, 2 hours in the morning hours and evening. You will be really
Okay. Wow.
blown away with what you see there. So this is what an eco-friendly camp means to do: give you an unparalleled experience. And sometimes people ask, "Do you have swimming pool?" We said no. This is not for those coming for leisure. This camp is for those coming for ultimate experience of nature, raw experience of nature, and unparalleled experience. So sometimes some guests, even celebrities, they're seeking for this camp for that purpose, and that's what we wanted to serve them. Even for, families and kids coming, we have special program for them, help them to learn to live the jungle living skill, natural living skills. So one may ask, why they need to know what all the jungle living skill, but it's not for the current, not required, but once they understand how to solve a problem, how to find their own solution from the nature, they're going to take it to the rest of their life in different, because that's the best part of kids. They can relate it to hundreds of scenarios, empower them, very competitive, never giving up. They always know I can solve the problem because out in the nature, it's there.
Unless you are exposed, I mean, you expose the kids like that, you never know how what they're capable of. So like Dilip mentioned, we don't have a swimming pool or a spa or anything, but we have natural river right there. You can walk on the sand under the tree, the cool when the cool cold sand hits on your feet. That's no swimming pool can give you that feeling. Walking on the grass, I mean, kids have not walked on the grass. So we take kids for safaris and all, I tell them, remove your shoes, just walk on the grass and feel how it is. Yeah, walk on the riverbed, it's how cool it is. Maybe get few thorns in your legs, that's all part of it. Yeah, touch all the touch everything and feel it. It's all sensory and everything. Smell the flowers, or even small things. I mean, even the elephant dung to everything. Just use all your senses.
You learn a lot.
Yes, because right now we are not even using 1% of our senses. So when you're coming into a jungle living, you kind of use all your senses, the eyes, ears, nose, because that's how important it is, because you need to live here. You don't want to be attacked by anything or something. So you just need to use all your senses. So even if a lion roars like 5-6 kilometers away, it will be a small light sound, but when you're in the jungle, you get that. So all that. So when we have kids coming here, when they come here, they are stuck to maybe phones or iPads and all that. So we tell them, okay, let's do this. So yeah, unplug from everything.
Digital detox.
Yes, do some archery. We have some archery things which they make, the spades, the Masai games and all that. So then they get to know what. Yeah. And the sounds, especially in the night, we have the hyenas, lions, everything around, so you hear them. So these are all which you cannot get anywhere else. So that's the experience that we give. It's not like like any other resort or camp, which
I've got a
is
question.
yeah.
So how young can a kid be to come here?
Perfect. Next question. We have had a 6-month-old, one of our friends child.
my God.
He used to crawl all over. And his father and mother, both of them, like, let him enjoy, let him touch and lick and do everything
Right.
and learn that way. So I'm looking forward to that child growing up.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah.
And we have had one of our another friend's child. She is coming here from 1.5, 2 years. Oh my God, she's awesome. She knows all the animals, even the species, even the individual names of the leopards and cheetahs, which we name.
Wow.
And yeah, she wakes up early in the morning. Let's go for safari.
Yeah.
5 o'clock safari.
She's the alarm clock.
Oh, she is amazing. She calls us Dileep and Remya as if we are buddies.
She's like, come on, guys, let's get going.
Yeah. I mean, so such new generations are huge inspiration for us.
That's the best way to start, connecting with the nature. That's the best stage to start. So many parents bring their kids for that purpose.
Yeah.
Not once they come, regularly whenever they get an opportunity
Yeah.
to this Mara and to other part of the
Yeah.
world. Definitely they travel.
Do the Maasai kids get to experience this? Are they exposed to? I know because this is a reserve, right? A national reserve, which means that no one really lives in here except for the camps. What about the community? Do they get exposed to this at all?
Yeah. So, see, there are tribes living in the jungle, okay? So, in the jungle vicinity. And they understand animals. So, that's the best part of it. Sometimes we use, we what do you call it actually? We show them as a role model how Masai kid walking next to an elephant or giraffe or any cat. When you are fearless, how world changes around you. So there is sometime speaking will not help. You need to see the example how safe these animals are unless you do something stupid.
Yeah.
So we grown up in our society telling everyone that the lion leopard come and eat you, all will come and eat you. So they start inducing fear in us, and later on this fear starts spreading to all other our education and work, all segments start affecting, and fear is what's stopping us accomplishing from what we are literally capable of or destined to be. So here we really work on help the kids to overcome their fear for nature and wildlife. And when they start seeing is believing, they understand, and they go back, as a different person, different perspective of life and world, and that's a big change. So when we travel to cities, we get a change of ambience, okay. But when you come to the nature and special place like Mara, it's change your life. Yeah, that's the difference. That's what it is. It is in the bucket list of most nature-loving people in the world.
Absolutely.
And we are trying our best to facilitate them to come and experience that unparalleled wildlife. Make it really affordable for them. That's another established objective of this camp, especially for families come in big group. This is Africa. You can find, all sort of commercial. These things always happen here.
Yeah.
Because the commercial interest comes paramount for all.
Yeah.
So delivering is, least about it.
Yeah.
And so we set it up with the highest quality possible, with very much affordable for ordinary people.
Yeah.
So this part of the world, you have some certain cost overhead, are they? That is inevitable, because that's payables, are they, for many cases. But we sell it, we make it, available, but one third, one fourth of for value for money, of the quality, what they get, hut shoot quality, what they get, more of that experience, unparalleled experience they can get, which hardly you get from from the commercial segments. So these are things we ensure because Remya has been taking kids to the nature and about reconnect them. I've been doing that for schools and universities for over 12, 13 years.
Wow,
And
that's a long
so
time.
so I had to, on bill and as a moral obligation. So this is another extension of that one. That's where Remya told, and it's like a education of Gurukulam, we call it actually, and that's what it is. So we are very particular about guests coming here. We mostly go with a referral, or we tell them this is not for somebody coming for leisure. Strictly for those coming for natural experience. So that way, when natural experience people come, we can accommodate them, so we don't lose the spot, and we don't want wrong people at right place. That's a request.
True.
And see, the question which you asked, Daphne, about the kids, are they scared and all that? See, one thing which we, in our part of the world, I mean, the modern concrete
world.
jungle,
Yeah.
we actually fear we tell the kids, no, don't go there. How we make the kids eat also at times, if you don't eat, the hyena will come eat you, or the lions will. We are inbuilting a sense of fear in the kids. So we have found a lot of, when the kids, even the adults, when they come, they are very fearful. The first thing they ask, I've had a lot of funny questions people ask me. So when you
Tell me one.
when you go out of safari, do you have bodyguards around you? Like, what? To protect you from the animals. I said, animals are the ones who need the protection. Yeah. So see, that's the concept. People are not aware of how it goes here, and only once they come here and experience it, they kind of know, oh my God, we can go up close to these animals, and they are totally fine with it. But yeah, don't go so close to many of the animals on foot. So there are certain rules and regulations to be followed for sure. But when the guests come in here, especially kids, if you see, they say, I'm scared, I'm really scared of those animals. What would they do and all that? So that fear, they don't get it from anywhere. It's just from the parents or from the society or teachers or whatever. So that has to be changed. Okay, so once they come in here, they go as a different person when they come, because they have experience. We have had a lot of kids who are scared of bugs and all that. See, myself, I was super scared of snakes. Okay. Yes. So
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So during COVID, so I thought, no, this is not happening, to change it. That's when I started going out in Singapore just for the snakes.
Right.
You can see in my Insta page, it's all snakes. So the thing is, it is better to know them, so that you know which one you need to be,
afraid of.
Not afraid, cautious about, and how to deal with them and all that.
Yeah.
That said, I don't want snakes at home, but yeah. So that's how. So overcoming fear is only when you deal with it, you can overcome.
Yeah.
Sitting at home and saying it's not possible. So so most kids who comes here, like they are scared of a lot of things. Even there are kids who comes who are scared of darkness and all that. So see, that's the thing which we mentioned, bush living. It was how we used to live. So it's still in us. It's just that we are not just dusted in it. So we just dust it off a bit. And then they get a sense of it. Then, okay, this is what they were fearful about and all that.
True.
So
Right. I wanted to mention one thing. Another reason for the fear is we have a lot of human-wildlife conflict around the world. And I'm originally from India, Kerala. And in many Indian states, got a serious issue with elephants attacking people.
Yeah, the crop and all
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
So could not only crop and killing people. So that's what people seeing every day, and there is a clear reason for that. So once you travel to places like this, you understand how respectful, how intelligent, gentle these giants are, these animals are. Let it be an elephant, let it be lion, let it be rhino,
Mm-hmm.
all we can, because we are the example for that one. So they are very gentle. They don't come and attack you without any reason unless you trouble them. So in India or another part of the world, you have this conflict happening because we committed so much atrocities against them. But in Kerala, we used to read actually people, even throwing the tires, with the burning and throwing to the elephant,
Yeah,
and
cannons.
and poisoning them and all sort of things. And elephant is intelligent animal. If a human attacks them, they can get not only that elephant, the herd all get the around it will get the scent of that person
Yeah.
and scent of the human also. Human scent, we use soap, we use torch, clothes and food, all they know they can make out.
Yeah.
Individual scent they can make out. So once you start troubling, they know, okay, this is my enemy. I need to handle him before he troubled my people. That's why they're coming and attacking us. So it is this atrocity is committed by probably a very small marginal people, but punishment, collectively everyone gets it. Then second issue actually,
Oh, yeah. Sorry, no, go ahead.
yeah, we sorry, I just lost it. What are we talking about? uh, One second.
Talking about
And,
elephants becoming our enemy because
yeah.
Yeah, the
we started
atrocities
to
created by the small group of people.
Yeah, but I lost it. It was something related to that one, but different thing.
Okay. But I'll ask you one question from the audience actually.
Okay.
Is it bad for the wild animals that humans are getting so close to them as part of the camp? So I guess, yeah.
See, nature has given us brain. Okay, so the animals, they can understand who's troubling them. If there is a camp animals coming close to you and you started, punishing them, throwing stones or throwing spear or shooting them, then they become your enemy. But you see them, and we used to tell every guest coming, the first thing we tell that actually, animals are territorial. They can understand your territory, and your territory is marked different ways, but the most important way is marking, human territory is marked with the fire, the light, then our sense and other things. So they know when they come to our territory, they are in our territory. They try to avoid all conflict possible. They may come for a reason. They have food there. If elephant coming, we have acacia trees. If lion coming, we have grazing animal like water bug, pushpa. They come and take them. They're coming for that. They don't come for you. So they wait for you to pass or sleep. They come and take and go. Otherwise, they know what is safe distance, and they know they learn over the period that we don't mean harm to them. So that's absolutely fine. And this part of the world, nobody poaches and nobody does anything like that. But unless somebody who's handling the camp, doesn't have that knowledge, they try to stone or something. Otherwise, it's absolutely fine.
On that note, our camp there is no fence. I mean, if you can show around, you can see the animals can pass in and out anytime they want, and we have a lot of animals in the night coming in, a lot of grazers, especially. They feel comfortable with the lights and all that. So it is,
They know it's the protection from
yeah,
the big
protection
cats.
from big cats basically. Yeah, so they are very comfortable with us, and we, as far as we leave them alone and they leave us alone, it's fine. So
And there's a, what do you call it actually, undrawn line actually.
Okay.
So they understand, we understand, and we inform our guests. We take them in and around the evenings. So after the dark, we guide them, escort them. We have securities, Masai security. They are well-known people. Born to live with animals, living with them generations. They all understand. So it's a mutual, and that's the one thing you learn, how to coexist with the nature and wildlife. That's another lesson you learn from a campsite like this or eco-friendly camp.
Yeah.
And
I think
it's not all of a sudden one day you come here and they understand, oh, they are coming here, they're neighbors moving in, we need to be okay with them. It's not like that. It is over a period of time that we gain confidence and they also gain confidence. So earlier, I would say, if there were a lot of dig-digs here. Okay, so earlier when the dig sees us, just dashes into the bush and hides. Then slowly they know when they are coming. I mean, they're just okay. They was cautious, but they are just looking at us. And slowly, even if they walk, they are just on their own. I would sing and dance, go and
This
they're
is a funny thing where we are sitting underneath this whole decked floor. Underneath, we used to have regularly bushbuck male. That time, even we have some work going on. Workers working there. They do the all the timber works and that guys. Still there, not moving. Even maybe while we speaking, it should be there, or even of under there. So see that much they take advantage of human presence with.
hi. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how it works. It's not overnight. That happens. It's gaining confidence of, as we speak, the topis are coming out to
Yeah.
drink water from the river. Yeah, so they are very much,
Topis, zebras, wild beast. All.
this is the time when they come to drink because it's
The
pretty
morning I was
hot.
sitting in the height. A lot of zebras were there in the river drinking water.
Hold on. Haven't finished. Yeah.
But I think these videos you can post later.
can always-
Other
can
footages
always-
you can post later as a link to it. So we have here plenty of time. We could do that for
going
everyone.
on to the question that was asked, we always answer the question, does ecotourism, is it a force for good or bad? Because the footprint, we always look at footprint. I think that was the whole conversation for today. Is like, how do we bring in tourism as a force to encourage good and to recognize value of the land, but at the same time, to also recognize the kind of footprint that we actually we bring. Yeah, I think my question is really about I came from a building side, from the building industry, so I'm really curious. How do you go about building? To use the term, very loosely, a sustainable and so-called eco-friendly space, right? So apart from, I think you shared about the solar panels that you use to cook and shower and electricity. What about water, food? And I think this is a very important question because it's really how we as humans sustain ourselves as we begin to live in the wild. And then the other thing is also about waste. Right? I'm also very curious about when we throw our rubbish in the trash bin, where do they go to? And also when we take a shower, or the wastewater, the black water, how do you guys deal and treat with that?
The first question, the construction. You can see this camp is built with all organic materials. Okay, mostly sourced from the local. Okay, you don't find any hotel or lodge elements in this property throughout, other than washrooms. You can clearly know that, isn't it? So that's two-way. One is eco-friendly, but when you use local material and organic material, it is once you demolish this one, hardly anything will be left as not like a concrete big building. So anything like nothing will be left there. Actually, we can remove everything and take it out, and all this goes to naturally degrade, and as natural way it goes to. And the second part you asked actually about the waste management. The first thing we did, in this camp is that in Africa, nobody gives water free. Oh, we have one pig-making fisher standing next top to the pig-making fisher. That's the jewel of Africa, right there. It was trying to catch a butterfly earlier. I said, noticed. Yes, is he going for the butterfly? He missed it. Yeah. Okay. So sorry, guys.
Back to waste management.
So first thing we did, we started giving free water to everyone, free drinking water, pure water, bring everyone, to avoid bringing water bottles to the camp and to the Mara ecosystem. Because I worked as a principal advisor to the Minister of Environment of Qatar, spearheading conservation and environmental program of the country for 4 years. So this is like an insula. So the plastic waste we get from the ocean, ocean current was, my goodness, it is unbelievable. Tons of plastic bottles used to come to the shore, and I used to personally involved in the cleaning program, that one. So that's the one reason we did. So no plastic bottles. We request everyone to come, refillable bottle. We give free water in return, and we don't charge for that. In most of the any property in Africa, even if you're dining time, you need to drink water, you need to pay $1, $2 for that. Otherwise, they say complimentary, then the cost already included in that one. That's one thing we did. Then you can see the all the detergent, soap, hand wash, shampoo, all are organic material here.
Okay.
Yeah, complete look. Made in here only. Okay, so it's organic. So even if you wash with them, that's organic material.
Yeah.
Okay, your body, you're pouring some water in your body with organic, nothing chemical or anything coming to the system. And we have biodigester system, it's digesting everything.
I see.
So it's treated there itself. Then plastic, we have, inevitable some cases actually, we have collection point. There's a delivery place, they come and collect it. So we now soon we gonna food waste because we have organic farm. So food wastage we gonna start producing the organic manure. So this is a camp start just 2 years started the working. So we are on that process. So we're working on all the aspects.
Yeah, it is difficult to go zero per, completely
yes.
off the grid, I would say. So there are small things that are very inevitable. Okay, things like basic things, especially all our things comes from Nairobi, okay, because it's a very interior part of it. But thankfully it just comes from Nairobi, not from somewhere else. So all the produce, the meat, the vegetables which we get from there, it's all from the local markets. So it's like a direct source, and then it comes to us. So very recently we have done our greenhouse where we grow most of the things like tomatoes, French beans, okra, then coriander, cabbage, lettuce, kumamiki. Then there's lot cauliflower, cabbage, beetroot, chilies, green pepper. Okay, the list goes on. Yeah, so this is just a start. So initial first 2 years was setting up the camp, and the landscape was very dry and arid here, so it was not as green as we see now. So that was the first main intention, to bring it back, because even if you see the river line now, it's full of acacias, so you don't have to worry much. So things like that. So that was the initial phase of that. Then now we started into the the greenhouse system and all that. So next, like how Dileep mentioned, we need to have the manure, turn the green waste into manure. Yeah, so we are trying our best from all sides to reduce in all possible ways.
Yeah.
And yeah, our water is very good.
Yeah. So
Yeah, tasty. I thought you worked
Yes.
for it. Yeah.
yeah, totally. Like, cheers. Mine's orange juice. I'm sorry,
Water.
but yeah,
The water is really yummy.
it's like
So if you buy any bottled water from this part of the world, you won't get that taste because
don't have
it's
spring water, but this
yeah,
is
spring water and
warm
filtered with the best RO unit. Yeah, and we plan to do that extend to the village and other officials who serving this reserve free water, healthy water.
That's amazing.
Maybe you can share with the audience, like in terms of what you do with the water, because I think we know, but they don't know what magic is there in the water.
Is it trade secret?
No, water there is no trade secrets. We have a chemical, water treatment company in Middle East. So we have the best engineers there to support us with the best products, and we bring from there the best membrane and filters, and that you won't get in this part of the world. We tried actually. We know it's nowhere anywhere near, but so that's the magic, and we bring it. And at very time we travel there, this is the one thing I always bring. I bring like 2 dozen, 3 dozen filters, so that everyone can drink the best pure drinking water.
Okay.
They can never get in.
I think a good point to bring up was that I think last night when we had the conversation about the water, I think the question was, water is really scarce around here. Getting water, like in the village, is hard, and these people, maybe we can just kind of explain how people around here in the villages obtain their water sources before you guys came along and now when you
You
guys
see,
came along.
we people bring water. You cannot supply water to and there are thousands of people living here. So they fetch water from like 5 kilometers, 6 kilometers, 10 kilometers. In the drought season, more than actually. But some around these areas, they have that that privilege of getting water from close by. Yeah, even when we started, we are bringing water from a distance like 5 6 kilometers. 20 liter water is for our day, so we were rationed with water 2 years ago. Then we had 40 liter, 200 liter. So we lived that life 6 months. So we understand what it means. Yeah, what it means. Okay.
Because it does get really hot out here during the day, so I cannot imagine.
Yeah, so 2 years from 20 liter to 20,000 liter we have grown. Okay.
So do you does the water from the
Yeah,
Mara
no,
come
no,
to
no.
your water?
We have well actually water well.
We have a traditional well, not a
Okay.
borehole, it's a traditional well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Mara water comes from up the hills, I mean, from the mountains.
From the mountains of the hills.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the spring, not
So
spring water.
mostly it's okay. We have no problem with the water,
I
but we
see.
don't for our use
Okay.
basically. Yeah.
And then for this camp, the water you draw the water out from the well, or is it like a pump system?
Yeah. From the well it goes to the
You
yeah.
pump it out from the well. I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
That's clean water, pure water.
Yeah.
But that water we use for all other things, for the cooking and drinking. Again, we bring spring water and filter it back in our unit. So that's a different thing
So next
altogether.
time when I come back, there's gonna be like a water filtration plant.
Yeah.
The new arm.
And God willing, probably you will have best RO water for when you shower. That's our target.
I think it is really amazing, that you guys provide free water, and I think in turn the villagers, you gain their support and their collaboration, and I think this is the kind of goodwill that will keep the entire ecosystem healthy and also flowing. So I think that's really I think for me it's new. I'm learning something new. Yeah, about the economy of water. Yeah.
I
Are we
think Kelly was saying that we should close and we walk outside to take a look if we can.
Oh, I thought we were supposed to speak to.
But I don't know whether we can get network. Okay, you can keep the camera there and see the butterfly garden. Point it there.
But she need one hand, helping hand.
Because I still have one more question. But
Okay, let's go for one more question before we head out.
I think this is like the last question that I think it would be nice to cap off the whole session. I think how do you see the future of ecotourism and within the Mara? Like, what's your vision and what's your hope?
We hope this will be sustained. We have that, we can see the will from the government side. A lot of new things coming with the visionary leaders. They are doing their best to protect it, and community also they are getting more education and economical benefit. So it is supposed to sustain unless like COVID like disaster comes and complete tourism stops. So this happened like 2 3 years ago. People had absolutely no means for the living, and this is where the poachers pop in, offering the money so they can serve food to the kids table, and they they extend that they may do anything if there is no option. Not everyone, but some. So as long as tourism is well sustained, park is well managed, it gonna, unless some natural disaster comes, this should go on. And this we can't afford to lose. This is a mecca of wildlife. This is for not just for us. This is for so many generations to come to experience our natural heritage. So it should sustain. That's our prayers, and we are doing our bit. And so all other camps and other organizations, environmental organization, wildlife, bodies, they are all doing their part. It's all a collective effort and teamwork from all level. And I'm sure at the end result will be positive. We have to have.
Yeah, is each and every organism, a tiny organism, even which we don't know, is important. And if one is, gone from that, the system, it's a total imbalance. So I don't know what will happen if, the whole of this Mara is just gone. I don't think it would, we as humans see
Mara is the eighth natural, no, seventh natural wonder of the world, and this is where the largest land migration of mammals take place every year, from July to October, November. So that's a phenomenal, experience, and I'm sure from coming days you're gonna witness it. So once you witness, how unique it is, how we can, even wild dream, imagine we're gonna lose it in no way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
Yeah.
yeah.
You can close it.
I do think and absolutely agree that everyone should take that opportunity, come here and experience this beautiful wonder of the world. I can tell you, the plains just go on and on forever. The wildlife is abundant, and I cannot imagine if the wildlife is gone from this landscape. Yeah, that would be really a pity.
This morning, the elephant escaped just right next to the
Oh,
camp.
really?
How was it?
Oh, wow.
Big herd of elephants.
That is amazing.
During the daybreak, and we were watching them, at eye level.
Yeah.
Eye level.
And you know what? This is their home, and we're just visitors in their home. Yeah, so without saying more, thank you everyone for joining us. We're gonna try to take this outside and show everyone the surroundings now. So do stay tuned and stay on the line. But just before we go, you should stay tuned to our next conversation on our social media. We will be talking to the representative of the UNHCR Refugee High Commission. So yeah, do stay tuned for our next conversation next month. Yeah, so let's try and head out now, and we'll show you around the camp. Okay. Okay. Yes.
The camera didn't disappear. The camera didn't disappear.
Okay.
Are we mute?
Okay.
No, we are not.
we are stuck.
No, we are
stuck
here.
freezing.
we're still here.
I still have more questions to ask, but we have got to go, man.
We are here.
But never mind, we can talk it offline. Yeah.
Oh, now we are.
Oh,
Yes.
now we
Offline.
are offline.
No,
But
we're still on
No.
the. You are still on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you're still on the mic.
we're still on the mic, but we are.
Wait, we're still on the but then it's not streaming.
Sorry?
It's not streaming.
Copies.
I can, yeah, it's not streaming. Wait, I need to bring the. Let me hold the.
Yeah, I'll hold the laptop. Okay, I'll hold the laptop. I'll hold this.
The mic has to come together.
You have any use it. You can, this is up to how many mm?
Okay.
I have, but the lens is in the room. The big lens is in the room. Okay, but let's.
Okay, let's take
try.
let's try, and we'll take you a walk for a walk. So now this is the campsite. This is the butterfly garden.
You can see that.
Yeah, you
can
want
see
to
the
tell us a bit more about your butterfly garden?
Yeah. So just wait a few minutes. You can see sometime so many coming, then go, then start flying around.
Yeah, amazing. And we had a pygmy kingfisher, you said?
Yeah, right here. It was here. Okay, on this branch. I don't know whether you can see that one. Do you have connection?
Oh, are we losing
Are we
connection?
losing connection? Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
from this side, you see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's amazing, this
So
garden.
we get to see 2 dozen butterflies
So we're
come
gonna
here.
try to see the zebras now.
They're right at the
crossing.
edge. They're gonna do a crossing right over there.
Zebras,
This is
wild
like the
beasts,
furthest we
giraffes.
can go.
Oh, okay. Is this the furthest that we can go?
Yes.
They're
but-
right at the tip. And while they're looking around, they're hoping to cross. The river's kind of dry, so they're quite safe.
Little water there, little like 2
Oh,
feet,
there's a
2
little
feet,
2 feet.
2 feet, yeah.
Okay.
This is a little bit where the campfire is.
This is the campfire.
Yeah, maybe we can take a little peek into a river.
Okay.
Let's see if that would work.
Last 2 weeks, 3 weeks we didn't have rain, so a bit river is dry because of that.
Yeah.
But it will flow like this throughout
Okay.
season.
Can everybody
And-
hear the rain at the river?
So
And see the bridge there.
that bridge is
The
beautiful.
footbridge there. You
Yes.
can be on the canopy with the trees.
So that bridge is where the entrance of the camp is.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that's where animals drinking the water. That's another entrance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And we have, and this river flows from here to Victoria Lake.
Yep, Victoria
From
Falls.
Victoria Lake.
Oh, Victoria Lake.
Then from there it goes to Nile. So
Yep.
it travels along.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Amazing.
this flow.
So this river feeds a lot of animals. Yeah, it is the life
That's
source.
why Indian heritage river is like holy.
Yeah.
Because ancestors wanted to protect it.
Yeah.
Because that's livelihood of millions of people.
Absolutely.
But
yeah.
unfortunately, now the wear down is happening. We
Yeah.
are destroying dumping everything.
Yeah. So did you find that the recent I think I was talking to Ronald yesterday about the problems with the crop in the past year or so? There was like a
Drought.
drought, right? So is that an effect of climate change?
Yeah, definitely. All this the seasonal changes because of the global warming. Global warming not in the land but in the sea.
Yeah.
Sea level, water level, water temperature, temperature rises even minute level 0.5.
Yeah.
That is a big impact.
Yeah.
Global warming, we last century we had 0.8 degrees total in a century. Okay. Then this century we have 1.2 degrees what projected.
Yeah.
Okay, global warming. Okay, of course, this year we have some phenomenon, some crazy going on, but that's how it is. But most of the heat we feel because destruction of the deforestation and destroying the wetlands and all that is.
Yeah. So connection is
Connection is bad, but we have a recording.
so yeah, but we are getting back to being connected.
Look,
I
just
don't
stand there with the butterflies. So nice it is. Just go closer slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly see so many butterflies there. Turn around, turn right. Look here.
Oh wow. Are those like what type of butterflies? I've got so many.
Yes, so many.
Insects are truly a good indicator of the health of an ecosystem.
Exactly.
Yeah. So pollinators are so important because that's what,
So when we started, this camp didn't have any other vegetation except few trees
Yeah.
that dried. And now we brought around maybe 30, 40, 50 lorry of
different types of
trees alone for replanting
Wow.
actually.
So
Then,
reforesting the area.
yeah.
Oh, fantastic. We can walk, we can show them a little bit on the camp that is over the other side, maybe, if we can kind of walk over there. So we're heading back into the restaurant area right now. And it's completely dark, but we're gonna try to head over to the other side.
No, you can switch, you can reduce the light and you can
No, once it connects, I cannot do anything on the camera.
Okay, you can option 2 here.
No.
But we are gonna head out. So this is the other side of the camp. Not sure if we'll get connection, but
Let's try.
let's try. Wow.
See, all this whole natural way with the stones around here. Okay,
Paths.
all paved with that using maximum natural. Then you can turn around this way. These are the kills from the land alone.
Wow.
Killed by the lion,
Oh,
the buffalo,
lion kills.
waterbug, all those lion kills.
There we go. With the lion kills, trophies.
That was our first eland we had in the then waterbug that was killed right on the corner. And one early morning 4:45, I heard them killing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Amazing.
So this is nature. These are the two things needed for our ultimate happiness.
Yeah.
So that's what this camp is.
Yeah. Should we head back in?
Yeah.
Wow, it's boiling out here.
So it is an
Oh, the butterflies, very nice.
butterfly and birds, that's what we have.
Yeah, ton of birds.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right,
All right,
okay.
I think that's the end of today's.
That's the end of today's conversation. So should we close? And yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. We will be back live in Singapore.
We are still live.
We will be back live in Singapore end of August. Yeah, so thank you everyone for joining us, and thank you Dileep, Remya and Ian. So
Bye.
bye, and Kelly is like